What's going on, everybody, man? It's Will coming to you with Big Will Knows Wrestling, episode number 12, I think. Yes, it's been a long time coming, 12 episodes in the game, but today we're going to do something different today. So, I said on one of my podcast episodes that I wanted to find me somebody to host this thing with me. So, I finally got somebody, one of my college classmates. I have this government name out there. We don't do that here, but I want Keem. Keem, what's going on, man? Tell me a little about yourself, man.
Hey, what's up, man? My name is Keem from California. I'm gonna help my boy Big Will. We're gonna talk about this wrestling thing, man.
Keem, you a gamer, right?
Yeah, I'm a gamer.
Yeah, so he's not just a fan; he's a gamer fan. I was just talking to him earlier, man. He finally got me in there. So, and it's ironic because I was just told you earlier that I leave everything in the weight room. Like ain't nobody touching nothing of my stuff, bro. Isn't that kind of crazy? And I don't even play the game like that.
Yeah.
So, we just gotta keep. I might stay on it, but when that Mortal Kombat come out, man, it's over. I ain't playing nothing else. But
Yeah,
let's
you
go
don't
ahead
need to
and
play that neither, man.
come on now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, but we're gonna get into this thing, man. All right, so it was big that happened this week in wrestling. The Superstar Shakeup came about. We saw some names switch brands. Roman Reigns going to SmackDown, AJ Styles going to Raw. I think this Superstar Shakeup was a little bit different this year because we saw a lot of names that we never thought would lead the brands go to a different one. So it's gonna be kind of weird. But King, tell me what
Yeah.
you think about the Superstar Shakeup, man.
Uh, it was kind of like easy to tell who was going to leave because I kind of figured it was rumors for the past few months that AJ Styles was going to go to Raw. But it was kind of like mind-boggling too, like you said, because I didn't expect Roman Reigns to go to SmackDown until AJ came to Raw.
Yeah, they fooled me because when I saw Roman Reigns on SmackDown, I was just looking like, what? What is this all about? I'm like, hold up. But see, one thing that you gotta look into, and they've been talking about it for a while. I think it's coming out in October. But you did hear about that SmackDown move to Fox, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably why they did that. Put the Miz on, and the Miz is on Raw too. But see, they probably did that because what they can do is put the Miz on Raw, which means Raw will be on USA Network along with his little show Miz and Mrs. or whatever he got going on. So that's why I was like, that's what I was just saying. Like that's probably why they made the moves they made.
Yeah, and it's funny that you brought that up because I never thought about the whole Fox and then the whole move. Yeah, because with Roman on Fox, that'll get them some more viewers for just like generic, fans, and with the deal with Miz on USA, that kind of does make sense now since you brought that up.
Now, one thing I will say is, do you think that the rumor is that SmackDown Live could be a possible 3 hours if it goes to 5? You think it should be 3 hours or it need to stay at 2?
I think it need to stay at 2.
See, it's kind of pushing it. I mean, if that's going to be the only show that's going to be broadcast on Fox or whatever, it's Fox Sports Net or whatever, I'll say it could be 3. It's not like it's back to back. They're trying to push it for Friday Night SmackDown again, but it just doesn't seem like I was saying. Like it doesn't seem like the talent pool they have only fits 2 hours. Like you only have like maybe 3 main event stars on SmackDown: Finn Balor, Roman, and Elias. I don't really see anybody else that's like kind of in the main event picture to me.
Yeah.
I know maybe I'm mislooking at the roster. But as what I see, I'm like, nah, ain't nobody on that roster that can tell that that's a main event star to push it to 3 hours. Now, if you're trying to include the women in the mix, then that might be a whole other ball game. But I think they put too many women on SmackDown. What you think about that?
I think they need to put more women on SmackDown because if you look at it, they kind of already had a lot of women on Raw. So to kind of even it out, I don't see a big difference. We just got to see what's going to happen with that whole for Raw, like with Ronda Rousey with her injury, and then just see what they do with like Nikki Cross. Is Nikki Cross still on SmackDown?
See that nobody has even heard from Nikki Cross. Like that one, I haven't even heard about. See, I think that like, and the list goes as far as the women I saw on Raw on Monday night. It was Natalia, Lacey Evans, Becky Lynch, and then Bailey was in the ring. But then all of a sudden, Bailey ended up, on SmackDown. Then they split up the Riot. They split up the Riot Squad. So Liv Morgan's on SmackDown. I don't know what's gonna happen to Sarah Logan and Ruby Riot. So it's like, what other women are on the brand right now? Ember Moon's on SmackDown too. So I'm just like, dang, are they like what other women are on the brand?
Yeah.
Not really nobody. So you just gotta. I feel like I feel like it's a good move. But if you was gonna put all these women on SmackDown, especially Kairi Sane, she got pulled up to be in a tag team with Asuka, which I didn't really feel like Asuka needed to be in a tag team. I don't know. I feel like it's botch. I call it botchamania, bro. That's just
Yeah.
really what it turned into because they botching everything, but they ain't even the worst of it, bro. I know you heard about that Viking experience.
Yes.
Right. Dog, I died laughing
The
when I heard
Warriors
the
is
War
now the
Raiders.
Viking experience.
Bro, with two different names, bro.
Eric and Ivar. I kind of like Hanson and Rowe better.
It fits them better, bro. Like, like, it's like what Stone Cold Steve Austin said when he found his name, bro, in his documentary, bro. It don't get no more suck ass than that.
I remember that. When he was trying to find his name and he saw it on the TV.
Otto Von Ruthless.
Yeah.
I was like, no. But yeah, it don't get no more suck ass than that, bro. There's no way that they agreed to that. But see, but the War Raiders agreed to it. But I think what I also saw, like I listened to watching people comment on different posts and stuff. I think the name should have started out. If that was gonna be the Viking experience, they should have been in NXT. That's
Yeah.
just straight up. But a lot of people are saying that it's a Vince McMahon call. But I'm like, Eric and Eva, are y'all cool with that?
Yeah.
Like, it don't even. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I can't get jiggy with that.
Like, what is it like? Does it? To me, it kind of seems like they don't seem tough. Like Hanson and Rowe are some tough names. Like Hanson and Rowe, Eric and Ivar. They look like you trying to be Vikings, like, but you trying to be like some what's it called, a cosplay or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what that joke comes off to me. And I'm just like, come on, bro. You can do better than that. But hopefully, maybe they'll get over. I mean, if Vince McMahon's always been one of those people that's like always seen a bigger picture. I still feel like he needs to take a step back and let Triple H call the shots. But he's made like a lot of things. Another thing I've been hearing about is merchandising. With the War Raiders, you could probably sell like maybe one shirt, two shirts, or whatever. But just imagine the helmets, the shoulder pads, all that stuff, the face paint. Like it's a marketing. It comes off as a marketing scheme, but it ain't working right. And then you
Yeah.
still got the team in NXT. Like, what do you think they're gonna do with that though? Like that's one of the things I've been trying to figure out too.
I think they're gonna lose the belts to either the Forgotten Sons or the Undisputed Era.
Man, don't even get me started on the Forgotten Sons. Like they ain't even the momentum on them is really going down. But we'll get to that portion of it. So out of the Superstar Shakeup, what dream matches are you looking for on both brands?
Well, I know everyone is kind of big on the AJ and Rollins, but I want to see a match between Andrade and Seth Rollins. I feel like a one-on-one match with a build-up with those two. I feel like it'll be a classic match, or like Ricochet and Andrade, or like it's like it feel like Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Andrade and Seth Rollins. Like any matches between those four will be like a dream 5-star match if they play it right on Raw. But
See,
on
I go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Let me
I was
cut you
gonna
off.
say on SmackDown, I don't really see too many like dream matches because it's really. I mean, like, yeah, I want to see Finn and Samoa Joe again on the main roster. Like that would be fun. They had a fun rivalry in NXT.
But see, one thing about that one though, with Finn and Samoa Joe, yes, that would be great to be seen on the main roster. But have you like, and you have to like, I know you watch NXT just like I do. Like, have you noticed the things that they do on NXT that they don't do on the main roster? Have you thought that?
Yeah, I always thought that. I felt like the roster, like the NXT roster, are on a ruthless aggression kind of era type thing. If you get what I mean, like with the storyline rivalries, because like that Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano rivalry was like Shawn Michaels and Triple H to me, just not with the long tenured friendship like how they were.
Mm, yeah, I
That's how I look
see.
at it.
I see that, and I'll raise you Attitudes Era Rocking Stone Cold. And I say that because that, like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, that storyline kind of went on for like what, maybe a year.
Nah,
This
that wasn't
Johnny,
a year. That started from 2002 and it ended in 2006.
oh yeah, they did have a couple matches, but no, I'm talking. Reason why I say Rock Stone Cold is because you talking about two of the top guys in the company in NXT, and they've been going on and off, back and forth for like what. This thing started in NXT Chicago in 2017 or 2016, and they jumped in
2017.
2017, and it just ended in 2019, bro.
Yeah, but that doesn't. The only reason I give it to Sean and Triple H because they were actual friends. Like they're still friends.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
Rock and Austin aren't friends. Like yeah, they had their little funny moments, but outside the Rock, the you can put that like with you could say that like if you want to do the whole Tommaso and kind of like Velveteen Dream kind of thing, like that was kind of like that, but those two are like best friends. Like I
Yeah, that's
wouldn't.
yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, that right there. Okay, so now I see what you're saying. Best friends turn, but see, but who's calling the shots in NXT right now?
Triple H,
And who else? Who's training?
Shawn Michaels.
Oh, there we go.
That's why I'm saying it feels just like that. And then it's like NXT. Don't get me wrong, just because they're developmental, you can't never really put them in the Rock and Austin rivalry because those was like the two biggest names at the time. Even Triple H, because Triple H rose because Austin got hurt. So when Austin got hurt, then Triple H kind of slid in Austin's place for a little time till he came back that September of 2000. So I don't think only rivalry you could be close to that is like Randy Orton and John Cena.
Ooh, that's a good one too. But see that
Yeah,
thing that has to be like I can tell you who NXT who can have the potential to have that rivalry, but that right there is going to take some years to develop, and I don't think these two superstars are going to be in NXT too much longer.
I think Adam Cole gonna be one of them.
The Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano.
I was thinking that.
See what I'm saying? But that's what I was saying. But I call that because I'm just like, bro, it's the perfect mix, bro. If you got Johnny wrestling, I call him, you know what I'm saying? They say he's a hero and all this stuff. He's what everybody wants to be like. Or as we used to say back in school, Captain Saber, you know what? You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah,
I call him. And then you got Adam Cole who's like, man, the hell with all that. I'm Adam Cole. I'm the best. I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? Basically, just like, no, like you know what I'm saying. That's the type of rivalry that can be John Cena, Randy Orton, but it takes too long to develop because you gotta remember, you talking about like they doing stuff on different brands, winning championships, matching each other, who's gonna get the most championships and all that. That's one of those type of rivalries.
yeah.
So, but damn, we done jerked it off a little bit. Let's get back to But you see my point though. Just imagine the Samoa Joe Finn Balor match on the main roster.
Yeah, it wouldn't have that same intensity because that whole story was driven from the Dusty Rhodes Classic. So yeah, it wouldn't make sense. They would kind of mess it up. I feel like they'll mess it up.
So hopefully, I mean, that's the only one. Maybe they one thing. Here's a little side notes that I want to tell you about. 'Cause I know we talked about this before, just having a little side conversations. But one of the things I noticed. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Chad Gable's back on SmackDown. So Bobby Roode's a solo star again.
I did notice that.
Oh snap! You
I
think?
hope I hope he becomes a heel now.
Listen, I said the same thing. I was just like, I can't wait to talk to you. I saved that one. I ain't seen you that one on the script. I saved that one just for you because I know that's you. Me and you talk about that one a lot,
Yeah.
and you feel like he got bosses. I feel like you'll have some more to say about that one. I think you'd be happy about that one.
Yeah, because I followed Bobby Roode since 2004 when he was a part of Team Canada, and I always felt like after they left, when he started that whole Bobby Roode Inc. and then he did it with James Storm, they became Beer Money. I always felt like after he turned on James Storm hit him with the beer bottle on Impact one night. After that, I realized like he really just needs to be a star by himself. He doesn't need to be a tag team. So when he came to WWE and then when he left SmackDown to go to Raw to team up with Chad, I was very pissed because I could see Bobby Roode as a Universal Champion. But you remember it's WWE's product is different from Impact. So if you can't sell, they're not gonna.
They're not gonna push you. But I still
Yeah, they're not
feel
gonna
like.
push the champion.
So when he lost the title to Drew McIntyre? Do you think he should have stayed in NXT a little bit longer to re-challenge, or
Yeah,
he felt like he needed to come up
I
and
felt
keep that
like
momentum coming?
he needed to kind of change, like build his character some more in NXT once he lost to Drew McIntyre, because I felt like him and Drew really could have put on a good rivalry between those two for the belt. Just build his character to make him more because he's a true heel. Like his best work comes from him being a heel. So if he would have just kept his whole momentum with the glorious thing instead of becoming like a fan favorite, then I feel like he would have been up there like right now.
See, and this is one of the things that's kind of like killing the WWE right now. How many superstars? Like I feel like right now, and I said this, it's gonna get to a point where NXT superstars are going to say, nope, I don't want to come to the main roster anymore. I want to stay in NXT. I feel like it's going to get to that point because it's like, do I do I really want to come to NXT and do I come to WWE to the main roster just to go sit on the sidelines? I mean, we can count down the list of the botches, like starting from the top, like from the first major call up. Let's see,
Neville.
Hmm?
Neville.
Yes. Oh my God. Please don't get me started on Pac. Keep going. You name it. Just keep going.
Bo Dallas, Big E, even like
Botch.
Curtis Axel.
Botch.
Who else? Finn was a botch at first.
At first, yeah. No, they hyped him up, but once he got that shoulder injury,
Yeah.
that's what derailed him.
The
Nakamura, the revival. Oh boy, don't even get me, bruh. Fuck the revival. You started on that.
The
You said
Ascension.
Woo! Boy, them boys is good in NXT man.
I got you one right now.
What's up?
He's not even signed to them anymore. I give you 3.
Ooh, I know one of them.
Justin Gabriel.
Botch. Who else?
Adam Rose.
Super Botch.
And then I just lost train of thought. Oh, Austin Aries.
Austin Aries was a star on his own, so you gotta think it wasn't too much stuff he was gonna deal with in the WWE. Cruiserweight. Cruiserweight, bro. Austin Aries is good, but cruiserweight,
Yeah, he should have been.
nah,
He should have been like with Seth Rollins.
bro. I'm gonna give you one. He in New Japan Pro, killing it right now,
Oh, you took CJ Parker.
bro. Juice Robinson
Well, yeah,
is the
him.
dog. He is the most underrated wrestler in the world right now. I'm like, I mean, granted, because of his, like, people can say because of his skills in WWE, that's what's making him so good on the indies. I'm like, nah. I feel like Juice Robinson had it from the jump, but NXT just like if that's gonna be one blemish on Triple H's NXT, that's the one he missed it. I feel like he missed that one. I don't know
Now
how, but he missed it.
he missed a lot of people like in the beginning. I feel like if EC3 would have stayed before he went, but Impact really helped like people like him and Drew McIntyre. So
Yeah, to some, yeah, they had to lead like people like Drew. Drew needed to lead the company because when he went from being the chosen one to the 3MB, I was like, come on, bro.
yeah, I was
Like,
highly disappointed.
but see, I think right now, and I called this one too. I said there's no way Drew McIntyre comes back from injury on the main roster and not be a heel. This man is an excellent heel. He has that heel look. He's
Yeah.
intimidating. Like, bro, there's just no way. Now, as far as EC3, I feel like if EC3 was a fixture of fans wanting to see new people in that new era drama, or trying to have us be the authority, whatever Triple H and all them was trying to say. Because EC3 was supposed to get called up after he lost to the Velvet Team at Brooklyn. I think it
Yeah, I
was
know.
Brooklyn 4. He was supposed to get called up then, but then he got injured, so he had to stay down in NXT. But I felt like, nah, he needed to win a championship. He ain't won the North American Championship. He ain't won the NXT Championship. Like, he ain't even had a match for any title. So I'm like, bro, I don't think he needs to be coming to the main roster. But it's one
That's
of
a
those
fact.
things, man. With EC3, it's a little different because he already had that he already made a name for himself in Impact Wrestling. So he already knows how to deal with the main stage. So it's kind of like you really can't keep him in NXT. He needs to stay there. He needed to be there, but eventually you knew that when Vince saw him, he was coming to the main roster. But hopefully they'll get it right. But another name that we didn't mention was Nakamura.
I said his name.
Oh, you said his name? No.
Yeah.
Rusev, a tag
Yeah.
team. Like, bro, tag teaming with Rusev ruins your career. Do you even know where Aiden English is at right now?
Yeah, he's on 205.
What is he doing now?
He's a commentator.
My point exactly.
And they messed that up. But I had another name for you too. That I remember the other name I was gonna give you instead of Austin Aries. I was gonna give you Damian Sandow.
Bro, complete botch. No,
Yeah,
I don't even. I don't
cause
even. Where is he at right now?
I don't know, but what the reason why I brought him up because the thing I loved this what made me gravitate towards wrestling a lot. I love heels. Like I love people like Jinder Mahal. Like I loved when Jinder Mahal was getting his little run because it pissed all of us off. That's what wrestling's about, giving us emotion. Like I love when old Bobby Roode and I love like old wrestlers like the Million Dollar Man. I love that, and it's kind of hard that it's kind of upsetting that we don't have wrestlers like that are actually doing it, but they have the talent to do it.
Well, see, what it is now is it's in it. The only place where you can cheer for heels is in NXT, Ring of Honor, and New Japan.
Yeah,
Down here, they try to do like I feel like with the heels in WWE on the main roster, they do too much with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead
yeah,
of let them just be their natural, just let them just be a natural heel. Like Drew McIntyre and Elias and Miz, when they're heels, it's incredible. Like, it's
and
like the
Randy
best.
Orton.
Yes, when Randy Orton. Well, no, I feel like his latest heel work is not as good as I thought. Well, no, I lied. His little beef with AJ Styles, his little heel work he was doing there, I feel like that was pretty good. But the stuff he was doing with Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton, the only thing that was making it decent was the diabolical stuff he was doing. But his mic work, around that time, I was like, Randy, really? So you're gonna go from saying legend killer to I am the legend? You need to like, bro, you're basically like, let's not Cassius Ono yourself, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah,
let,
yeah.
let's let let's not Cassius Ono yourself now. You know what I'm saying? Still in NXT, afraid to come to the main roster, have to go to NXT UK looking ass. No.
Oh yeah, he did go to NXT UK.
Hey, he kill. Hey, no, he killing it though. But I'm just like, bro, you might as well just go ahead and go back to Ring of Honor, bro. At this point,
You know,
Eve, take your ass back to Evolve, bro.
and you know another thing, not to be off topic, but the another thing that because you brought up Cassius, one thing that I've been praying, I think that'll never happen, but I'm mad it's not happening. I love Sheamus and Cesaro together, but him and Cassius Ono together, like Cesaro and Cassius Ono at Ring of Honor, was amazing, bro.
I heard about that. I gotta go watch it. I gotta go look up a match and watch it. But I
You
did
gotta
hear
watch a
about it.
match. I can't remember the pay per view, but you gotta watch a match with the Briscoe brothers. This is like I want to say back in '06.
Yeah, about to say it had to be a minute. Briscoe brothers, 10 times had 10 times
Yeah,
had chest right now.
it was one of those matches, and yeah, I was just like, I was kind of upset that they broke up. Like, don't get me wrong, like I still feel Cesaro need a championship run too. As much as Kofi Kingston, Cesaro should have been had one.
But see, who's me personally though, and I know a lot of my black wrestling fans are gonna get upset with me. Kofi Kingston got skill, but Cesaro got some skill too now.
Yeah.
He should not be regulated to a tag team. I'm sorry.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Because Cesaro, he got some freak, like he got a lot of superstars with some freakish athleticism that should be like getting real pushes, but you know,
like Big E.
Yes, Big E should be getting a push, but I think this is the year. Like I think they broke up the Shield. Now I think it's time to break up the New Day. I think it's time to let them go their separate ways and then come back together at the end, just like the Shield do, to see how it'll work out. You know?
Yeah, I want the New Day to break up. To be honest, I thought the New Day was gonna break up. See, the heel in me, I thought they were gonna break up at WrestleMania. You know, had a little celebration and pull off the Evolution type thing, and where Xavier Woods kind of signed with Big E, and they just beat him up, beat Kofi up, you know, and Kofi come out with his SOS music again. Like I thought that was gonna happen, but you know they got to sell them T-shirts.
You gotta see. That's what I'm saying. I can't wait till this show gets so big, or we get some sources, man, some insights inside WWE. Because me personally, the wrestling in me, the fan in me, it really comes off like maybe they're trying to let's go heel. Like no, let's not go heel. Let's just keep it going. You know?
Yeah.
Because when you got something big, especially when somebody like Xavier Woods, before he got, we knew that where was he? I mean, I knew him as Constant Christian Creed.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, I knew him as that, but with WWE, who was he?
Yeah, like no one's going to know him in WWE unless you knew of him before.
So that's one of those things where you just got to be like, yeah, I don't know. But that one right there, you can play. You know what I'm saying? We can just sit back and watch. Stuff moments like that, I want to sit back and watch. I don't want to play spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I say stuff, I think I told you about why I didn't want to get all stage, but I think I told you that Okada was going to win the title back at a G1 Supercar. I think I told you that, right? I kept calling it. Yeah, so I don't want to play spoiler alert. That's one thing about me, man. But I feel like the Superstar Shakeup was good, but I feel like it can get better. But did you get a chance to catch NXT? A little bit of it.
A little. I got to see the championship match between Shayna and Kari.
Bro. First of all, me personally, it had to be because it was a farewell match, but I didn't think it needed to happen. I don't think Kairi Sane needed a farewell match. I think she had a good farewell match at Takeover.
Yeah, it didn't need for her to do that match.
There was no need. It should have just been left alone. But I don't want to spoil you. I don't want to give you a spoiler. But if you haven't seen it, I think you should go watch the Dream Buddy Murphy match.
I saw highlights.
Saw highlights of that one.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I am. I'm pissed. Oh, I don't know if I can even say it on the air. I'm upset. I'll cut that out because Buddy Murphy. You know how I say Juice Robinson is the most underrated wrestler in the world right now.
He's right under that.
Yeah, Buddy Murphy's right there, and I say that because now I watched the match. I watched the match when he won the title. But then I told you we talked about the one at Royal Rumble where I felt like he was botching Kenny Omega. But you said he's been doing that. I said, hey, well I can't knock it if he's been doing it. But he hit a knee so hard to Velveteen Dream, dog.
I saw that.
And Velveteen Dream sold it. So he sold it so well. But I was just like, there's no way this dude shouldn't have been the NXT champion. He had to go to 205 Live just to get a title. Just to get to the main roster, he had to go through 205 Live because he was not getting a push in NXT. This is stuff that can't. This is the stuff that can't happen, man.
Yeah.
This can't happen. Oh, by the way, you know Cedric Alexander, he's on Monday Night Raw. So I think I like the fact that Triple H is taking over 205 Live because now it's giving another pipeline to get to the main roster.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see where that goes. The only thing that kind of had me that's missing, where are those NXT UK superstars, man? There's just no way you don't have them on the main roster right now.
Yeah. I
Pete
would love
Dunne?
to see Walter on there.
Oh, no, he ain't coming.
I know not right now, but I know he's the champion, but not right now. But I want Pete Dunne on there for sure.
Raw, SmackDown.
SmackDown.
I said the same thing. But what about Mustache Mountain? You said what?
No, I was going to say reason being, I feel like Raw is more entertaining. Not entertaining like for me to watch it consistently, but I mean like it's for entertainment. When it come on Tuesdays and SmackDown, I feel like it's more them 2 hours matter. Like when you watch the 3 hours of Raw, like you get kind of drawn out. Then sometimes, like lately for the past 3 years, the main event matches don't really give you a headline to worry about next week. Like it's been a long time since I've been like that, but I feel like Pete Dunne will actually have wrestling matches like on SmackDown than what we'll have on Raw.
Yeah, it's trying to keep the crowd involved and all this. But I'm like, bro, have you we don't want to see that stuff. We want to see good, legit wrestling. Matter of fact, prime example. This past year I went to Raw, SmackDown, Raw again. No, I went to Raw for the Pro Wrestling Mania 34. Went to SmackDown with AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan the first time before the little super show in not in Australia, but the one where they went to Saudi Arabia or whatever. And they
Crown
said they
Jewel.
Crown Jewel. I saw that one, and that was AJ Daniel Bryan was a good technical match. I'm like, bro, we want to see good wrestling. We ain't really trying to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you want some entertainment in it, but we really want to see some good wrestling.
Yeah.
Like I think when I went to NXT when they came to Atlanta. And one thing I will say, those are some hardcore wrestling fans. And I know that some hardcore wrestling fans that just want to see good wrestling. You remember when you're a Ring of Honor connoisseur better than me. Like I was more of a TNA guy when it was out, but you look like you watch TNA Ring of Honor way more than me. So you remember Dominic Dijakovic, right?
Yeah.
Tell me why the whole crowd was chanting Dijak the whole time.
No, man.
Yes, Dijak the whole time. And see, that's where, and I saw a preview of the Keith Lee Dijak before they put it on the actual NXT TV. See, the one I saw was like Keith Lee won, but that match was like, I think that was match of the night.
Yeah.
To me, because Dijak, first of all, Dijak can really wrestle. I don't know what's, you know what I'm saying? He called out Velveteen Dream this week for a title match, but Dijak is really good. And you can tell those fans from the indies like recognize with him. And I think that's what Triple H is reeled in. He's like, okay, let's make NXT like an indie type thing so we can reel these fans in. You know what I'm saying? And that's why WWE still afloat because any fans watch NXT. They're not watching Monday Night Raw and watch Monday Night SmackDown. It's a family show, you know.
Yeah.
So that's crazy though. Like, do you see the hardcore fans be at these Ring of Honor tapings, the NXT live shows? That's where the fans are at.
Yeah.
So all this extra, so man, all this extra stuff, man, it's gonna be crazy. But we just gotta play it by ear and see. What you about to
It's
say?
like fans now. When you think of it, they just want wrestling straight to the point. You
They
know what
want
I mean?
60. Yeah, they want 60 minute. Well, yeah, they want 60-minute draws and stuff.
Yeah,
Six
like they
star
don't want.
matches.
They don't want. We don't want to see like. Because if you look at it, like the Attitude Era, yeah, that's the best era for like Raw, like for WWE ever, you know, selling wise. But they had some corny matches back then too. So everybody want the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era wasn't really like I'm a ruthless aggression kind of. I felt like that's when it was kind of wrestling.
You talking about wrestling like Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit wrestling?
Yeah,
Oh, I think I said the name I shouldn't say. Oh,
like
so
yeah,
this,
like we can check Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero matches. Yeah, like stuff
nah.
like
If you really want to go to school, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. If you really want to, if you're a new student, you trying to learn how to wrestle Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels.
all three of them.
Yes, because that's you're gonna learn how you gonna learn how to wrestle.
SummerSlam, WrestleMania, you know, all the matches. Like
And if you're a student, you want to learn how to wrestle, you watch them. If you want to know how to sell,
yeah,
You need to watch. You need to watch Ric Flair. You need to watch Ric Flair and Ric Flair Sting. If you want to know how to sell, you need to watch Ric Flair Sting. If you
but
want to know how to go ahead.
I was going to ask you while you saying all the matches. I never asked you this, but I want to know. I want to just go ahead and ask you, what is your favorite like wrestling match ever?
Woo, that's a tough one right there. Ugh. You gonna probably think I'm crazy, but this is when I was a big fan of The Rock. But who wasn't a fan of The Rock at that time? I really liked. I really at one point liked The Rock versus Hogan as a kid because Hogan was like one of the biggest stars ever, and The Rock
Yeah.
was a star now. So I was really feeding off that. But if you want to go, I can go. If you want to go to the Attitude Era, it was Undertaker. I think it was Undertaker and Stone Cold. I always like enjoying watching those matches. I can't think of my favorite one, but I actually like that match. And if you want to go to the Ruthless Aggression era, Triple H is. I know Triple H is still in the game at this point, but Triple H John Cena at WrestleMania, I can't think of which one it was.
22.
Yeah, that one. That was a good match. And if you want to go now, and it might kill some people because it ain't in WWE, but the best match I've seen now it's got to be Kenny Omega Okada at I think it wasn't Dominion, not the one where Kenny Omega won, but the 60-minute draw. That was a good match.
Okay, I got you.
What about you? What's your favorite match?
Well, since you want to give three, I'll give you three from each period of time in life. So as a kid, I'll say the number one, it will be Triple H versus The Rock Backlash 2000.
Ooh, that's a good one.
The reason being, like, Stone Cold was gone for a long time. It felt like a long time, like October to April. So when he came back that night and it was just like it was lit. Like if you watch that match, or if any of you fans, like if you guys watch that match on the network and it just play, if you got a speaker, just play when Stone Cold pulls up and knock everybody out with a chair, then go in the ring, hit Triple H and Shane and Vince. You gonna love it. You gonna love it. It's just it's just classic Stone Cold. And then like I say, when around that age, I agree with you. I was gonna say WrestleMania 20's main event.
That was Who was that? That was Batista. No, that
No,
wasn't
the
Batista.
triple threat, but we can't say the name.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one too.
That was my favorite one. But then I could have put the Rock and Hogan too. Not the first one because there is two matches, but the first one too at WrestleMania because I snuck to see that. Like I had to,
I'm sorry, bro.
I had to like it was at my grandma's house. Me and my cousin, God bless the dead, my cousin Sam. I accidentally hit. I knew what I was doing, but I told him I accidentally hit the button to order WrestleMania. And I think the right after the tag team match came on for the belts with the Hardy Boys and Billy and Chuck and APA and the Dudley Boys, the Rock and Hogan came. So I was excited. Like that whole stare down was memorable. Like it gave me chills. So it was just like, yeah, like Stone Cold was fighting Scott Hall. So that I wish it was Stone Cold versus Hogan though.
I would say I said the same thing. And Stone Cold he said in his documentary too. He was pissed about that jump too. He felt like
Yeah.
it should have been. He got the word end of the stick, but Stone Cold versus Scott. I think Stone Cold versus Kevin Nash would have been a good match.
Yeah, but
That'd
I
be bigger
think Kevin was
names.
still hurt. Still, yeah.
Yeah, so they couldn't really do it. But he said he was pissed off about that. And then as far as the Hogan Rock thing, the one thing I touch on, I like that because you got to see. I think Vince gave in the storyline. He gave Hollywood Hulk Hogan back his old persona in the storyline.
Yeah.
Like he turned him back into Hulkamania again. And that's the part. I think that's the part that everybody liked about it because did you really see? I don't mean to cut you off. I'm the last thing about the thing, but did you really see that? Did you really see that coming though? Him hulking up and doing his little
Yeah.
famous, his trademark. Did you see that coming?
Yeah, I saw it coming.
Yeah, I ain't see that coming, bro. I was like, what?
Only reason I saw it coming because like during the match, you kind of felt the sympathy coming. So it's now don't get at that time, no. Now at that time, natural, no. But see, watching the match over and over and over again, and then like understand, like as an adult now, understanding like when you watch the network, when you watch the shows leading up, you kind of seen it was coming.
Yeah, he broke off from the NEWO, man. But let me get back to you, man. Tell me your matches, man.
All right, and the last one, probably like right now, I'll have to say when you say like right now, what's the years?
I mean, the 2010, so 2010 all the way to now. It's almost 2020.
2010 to now. It can be any promotion.
Yeah, any promotion.
All right, I'll give you Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle 2006 Genesis on TNA.
2006. Now that was a good one too.
Yeah,
But see, Kurt Angle. See, that was before Kurt Angle started breaking down. Like, man, he
but
was
no,
breaking
that's
down in WWE.
2006. So
Yeah, so you gave me that time, so you gotta go
yeah,
to the next guy. But that was a good one though.
I would be funny and say Sting and Jeff Hardy Victory Road 2011, but we all know how that story went.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I'll more than likely have to say like it got to be something. I'll say CM Punk Cena Money in the Bank.
Okay, I like that one. That's another. Now, see, I ain't gonna lie. We may not be able to say the other name, but I'm gonna say CM Punk
Yeah.
because he's the best in the world, ain't it? And it ain't even well. Woo! Let me not disrespect my main man, Kenny Omega, but it ain't close.
Yeah, they closed. And Daniel Bryan.
See, Daniel Bryan. Oh my God. Hey,
See,
really?
I'll give 6 best in the world right now. Like
Ooh.
from all promotions. I'm gonna give
Go
you
ahead.
Kenny. I'll give you Kenny, CM Punk, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins is a pure athlete. Like, there's nothing like him. And then, I'll just give you 5. I can't give you 6 right now.
Wow, you must have missed Ring of Honor. All
No,
right,
I
but
was
you
gonna
got.
say in Ring of Honor. Yeah, give me Jay Lethal, number 6.
Oh yeah, not even close. Well, see, Jay Lethal, Matt Taven's pretty good too. But okay, same thing. But see, you got to count Kenny Omega as a part of All Elite Wrestling. Oh, well,
No,
something
I
else we
wasn't.
got to get to.
Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't getting into. I was just saying in general, like
Oh,
in
in
general.
general, well, it's simple, bro. Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, uh, let's see, Matt Taven, Jay Lethal. I ain't gonna lie, I like Marty Scurll too, but see, he's a junior. He's not a heavyweight. So if you want to go WWE, obviously Seth Rollins, obviously AJ Styles, but AJ Styles' skill level is, I think he's more, he's superior. He was past. I think when he first came out, he was already past his time when it came to the skill set. And then Daniel Bryan and Pete Dunne, bro. How you miss that one? You can't miss
Because
Pete.
I was really going. I love Pete Dunne. He in my top 10, but I was just really just
Oh,
going
I
off
just did
just
not
like
yet.
pure matches, like match wise. Like I watched all Pete Dunne. I ain't watched all Pete Dunne matches as much as the 6 that I gave you. Like
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. See, I mean, be careful for when I meet this dude in real life and he breaks my ankle. Let me not disrespect Kurt Angle back in the early 2000s when he was legit the best in the business.
I wouldn't say early.
You want to say early 2000s?
I
Late.
wouldn't say early because the best wrestler in early 2000s was the man we can't talk about.
Oh yeah, he was the top of his game.
Yeah,
It
he
wasn't
was
even close.
when he left WCW. Yeah, he was the best to me.
But see, if you want to go technical, I heard I got to see a little bit of highlights, but I think Dean Malenko was real good in WCW, wasn't he? Wasn't he like
Yeah,
one of the part of the ones they produced the cruiserweight division? They helped
yeah,
bring in the
that whole
cruiserweight division.
cruiserweight division. Now I can't say the whole cruiserweight. It was good, but it was only like at least 5 people that put on great matches, and that was him, Chris Jericho, Eddie Ray, and Hoovertube.
Number two, and then what about Ultimo Dragon?
Yeah, and Ultimo, but Ultimo kind of started slipping once Rey Mysterio kind of got big.
Yeah, he started falling off. He came to WWE for a little bit, but that didn't last long.
You remember the slip and fall?
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Not even talk about that. Let's not do it. As you can see, man, this. What do you think? So based off what you think, and this ties into I'm gonna go this direction. We need to talk about these releases for the company because everybody talk about they want to leave, but these are These are two big ones. So we already heard the rumors about Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Not happy with losing the title. She posted a little picture. Let me just give you some synopsis. We hear that Sasha Banks wasn't happy that she was dropping the titles to
The
the Iconics because they felt like WWE told her that was going to happen for a long time. And it also came out today. I saw that they would believe that Sasha Banks wanted to defend the titles at the first ever women's match in Saudi Arabia. They would defend the titles and drop them there. But when they found they were losing at WrestleMania, they were upset, and they feel like she asked for her release from the company or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right here. There's one more we gotta get to. This might hurt some feelings. This might be controversial. I don't care. Everybody over here hopping on Charlotte Flair. Everybody that's riding Charlotte Flair. And Becky Lynch, and I like Becky Lynch. I know she's man. I've been pulling her for the sense. For all you out there, all you marks out there hopping on them, hop off. You need to hop on Sasha Banks. Because Sasha Banks is doing this with Charlotte before Becky even got in the mix. Becky was on SmackDown and Sasha Banks and Charlotte were going at it. And if you want to know, Sasha Banks is the best women's wrestler in the WWE right now, and they're not even using her.
That's a fact.
Case in point. I watched her go against Ronda Rousey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ones is like, I don't think that need to happen. And I tell you why. I said Sasha Banks owes Ronda Rousey for the terrible wrestler she is right now.
That's the truth.
Don't do it.
And she did
Why
that.
would I say that? And she did it. And Sasha Banks carried her the whole match.
Mm-hmm.
I said, there's no way. If you think that Charlotte Flair is better than Sasha Banks, go grab your car, lie down on the ground, get somebody to run you over. Because Sasha Banks is the best women's wrestler in WWE right now, and it ain't even close. Sorry, Becky, but you skipped. You're on fire. You hot. You're over. But Sasha Banks is the best women's wrestler in WWE. What you think?
I agree.
There's no way.
Yes, I agree.
So I don't get it. So WWE, for her to ask for her release from WWE, if she asked for her release from WWE, there ain't no way she's going to AEW. I mean, there's no other way she's going. She's going to AEW. She's going to prove to you that she's better than all the women pushing. But I digress. That's my little rant of the day. Brought to you by I don't know because ain't nobody sponsoring me or us right now. But that's my rant of the day. Sasha's better than all the women in the WWE. It ain't even close. She's doing you a favor by letting y'all push Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Because if she really, if this was, see, that's what I'm saying. It's the difference between booking now and booking back in the day. Because imagine, say you're Shawn Michaels, right?
Yeah.
Let's think of somebody that's hotter than ever. Transition. Like what was hot? It was superstar. Somebody that was like hot that came in. You're Shawn Michaels, and say Mike Tyson really wanted to try to, right?
Yeah.
Like at the time he was, the bigger time he is, right?
Yeah.
And Shawn Michaels, and you come over here, and we're like, oh yeah, Shawn, we're gonna put you to the back burner, and we're gonna push Mike Tyson to be champion. You think Shawn Michaels having that shit?
Hell no.
He's not having that whatsoever. He is not. He will not have it. So you really think that you just gonna push Sasha? You gonna push Ronda Rousey, put her in a mix with Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, just to think? You know what I'm saying? And you think is she gonna be okay with that? Yeah, you put the tag team titles on her, but you think she gonna be okay with that? You pushing her, taking title? No, I don't think she's gonna be cool with that, especially when she's the best wrestler in the world.
That's true.
She ain't gonna push that. So WWE, I'm sorry. Vince, you're not thinking straight. Triple H, fix it. Now, as far as Luke Harper, I'm gonna have to defer to you on that one because you might know Luke. I mean, I don't know Luke Harper's indie scenes or whatever, or how he did on the indies. He didn't
I
really
didn't
get
know
a
too much
solo.
about him in Indies.
Oh, he did. See, I don't.
No,
He
I
didn't
found out
really.
about him when he came in SummerSlam.
I feel like Luke Harper asking for his release from the company. Like when I talk to some people, they tell me that Luke Harper is actually pretty good. His match at Zakovic was real good too.
Yeah.
Like it was incredible. And for him to ask for his release to the company, it means that there's something missing. But see, with him, it's a little because he's never really got the push that he needed anyway. Like I think he broke off from the Wyatt family one time and then back up in the Wyatt family, came back to them again, and then Bray Wyatt turned on him in favor of Randy Orton.
Yeah.
He kind of had like his own little solo thing. Back again as the Bludgeon Brothers, but I mean, what else was you gonna do with him but put him in a tag team? Both him and Rowan and Harper both kept getting hurt, so nothing else you can pretty much do.
Yeah.
So what were you going? So what you going to do with him? He's not really getting the push you need. Expecting him to ask for his release eventually. You think he get? But do you think he gets it though?
Yeah. I
But
think he did.
you think he's going to be a star though?
When he leaves,
Yeah.
not merchandise, just depending on who get him and what they do with his talent, because he is a good in-ring talent, but just like with his gimmick, that's the only thing that might detriment him, depending on what company he goes to, and if they let him get like a little bit of control over his gimmick.
Let's see. I feel like if I was WWE, I would send him to go work at Evolve. Hey, we're gonna have you under contract with WWE, but go to Evolve.
Okay.
Go work Evolve. See what you can fix at Eve. See if you can come up with something at Evolve. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere where they can still keep an eye on them because you just don't let that walk away.
Yeah.
Like, but they had a lot. Who else did they let go? They go Kenta. Well, what's his name? Hideo Itami. They let him walk, but I mean, he just wasn't over enough. He
I
wasn't
kind of knew
over
that was
enough.
gonna happen.
He just wasn't over enough in NXT. He didn't really have momentum. But like, what are this is the question though, and we all know the answer to it. Where he didn't come from New Japan. He came from all Japan Pro Wrestling or Dragon Gate or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's not really like I don't even watch Dragon Gate. I only promotion I know in Japan is New Japan Pro. So with somebody like Kushida and Nakamura, Kenny Omega, we already knew AJ Styles. When somebody like them comes over, yeah, they're gonna have a fan base because we get to see them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're not watching everything else. So he's going back to Japan. Hopefully he stays there. If I was him, he needs to go to New Japan Pro. Ain't nowhere else you need to go. New Japan. Because that's the biggest promotion. You fit in. Ty Dillinger. Come on, man. Let's not get started on Ty. Please. Don't talk about that. I mean, you might, but I don't even want to talk about that one because that perfect 10 gimmick one going nowhere.
Nah, it wasn't.
Number 10 slot at the Royal Rumble. That was like, bro, perfect 10, really? No. No, sir. Try again. And if you came up with that, to get released from WWE at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, you can wrestle with it. That gimmick got you released from WWE. And I don't know, man, but see, now we're gonna get into one of the last conversations. This is an important one right here. So I know you're a fan of being the elite. I know you. I don't know how much of a fan you are of the wrestlers. I'm a big fan of them. I'm not gonna lie. I got almost all their shirts. I'm a big ass mark over here. I got them all, except for I'm just missing the Young Bucks, but I'm probably gonna get that shirt because they keep releasing new ones every 2 weeks. So I might just pick one. But I'm a mark. But the talk of all these WWE superstars asking for their releases to go to leave. How many of them do you think gonna sign with AEW?
I would say it looked like probably all of them, in my
All
opinion.
of them?
Yeah.
All right, let's go down. The Revival asked for their release. They got tag team titles, so they probably won't go anywhere. Ty Dillinger asked for his release. I don't know where haven't heard anything. Kenta asked for his release, but everybody is expecting him to go back to New Japan Pro. Sasha Banks, Maria and Mike Kanellis. I think that's about it. Oh, Alexander Wolf has left, but I don't know where he's going.
I think he's going to NXT.
No. He's left the company. Like he's done.
Oh, I thought he was going back down to NXT because he was saying goodbye to Sanity.
Yeah, he was saying like I think I gotta do some research on that one. Next time we do the show, I can tell you that one. But I know he's leaving. He's leaving NXT. For what I was told, he's on NXT. He's leaving WWE completely. Now he's gonna go back to NXT and not NXT but NXT UK.
Who?
Killian Day.
Yeah.
He needs to go. He needs to go down there because I feel like that would benefit him more as a single star because if they already split up Alexander Woods leaving, Eric Young's going to Raw. You can't leave Killian Dan on SmackDown. He's going to be enhancement talent for Lars Sullivan. Can't do it. So we got to see from there, but out to AEW. But AEW has what is AEW what is AEW proven? Like, I want to see them succeed, but what have they proven? All these times they haven't had one match yet. Only thing they do is crash indie shows, and the only one that does it well are the Young Bucks because they're indie guys.
They got one. They got something that everybody loves, man. They got money.
I mean, but the last person to get something that everybody loves is money messed it up.
Who, WCW?
Yes.
Yeah, well, we know why that happened.
Oh, let's enlighten the view.
They let wrestlers have creative control over their matches, and they had like politics, and they were trying to compete with WWE when they were winning. But what messed them up is that whole contract thing, and then trying to sign all the old people. They were doing what WWE were doing, like what WWE is doing now, trying to not creating like. When is the last time WWE ever created their own talent? Other than like Roman Reigns, The Shield?
Let's see. John Cena.
No, I mean, yeah, we know that, but I'm saying like recently it'll be The Shield, right? Well, yeah. I can't even say that.
They created that.
Because
Seth Rollins is an indie guy. He's from the Indies. Dean Ambrose is from the Indies.
So yeah, so I'll just say Roman Reigns.
Ooh, what about? Let's see. What about? No. I was gonna say Triple H, but he started in WCW and he got recruited over.
But he will be a WWE guy. But I'm just saying, like, recently,
it's been a minute.
It's Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's about it. And he can't really. Roman, I like you. I'm glad you got through cancer, but God knows you can't wrestle to save your life.
Nah, he can't put on a 5-star match.
Yeah, he's a 3-star.
Yeah,
he's a 3-star. So yeah, they haven't forced themselves to make talent. But see, WWE, in WCW, it's all about professional wrestling.
Yeah.
In WWE, it's all about professional wrestling entertainment and gimmicks.
Yeah.
That's about like the gimmick wins them over. Like, just imagine this. Imagine if Goldberg was created in WWE.
Yeah, he would be all over the place.
Yeah, he would have never lost the match.
Yeah.
So I'll say that portion. But we just got to see. We just got to see. But I just really feel I'm pulling for AEW. I feel like Cody and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are going to get it right this time.
Yeah, like I told you in one of our little side conversations, I told you that Cody's not going to, he learned from the best. I'll say that. Like, and then he got JR. Like, I don't think JR is going to let anything happen to where it's detrimental to AEW. Like, you see, JR never went to TNA, and you see what happened. Now Impact Wrestling. JR let a whole contract expire to come to AEW, and like he said in the video, he's in the game. He wanted to still be in the game.
He wanted to decide when he was ready to go.
Exactly. So now I feel like I have trust in them. Because Jim Ross has brought us a lot of talent in WWE.
He has. Now, I will say this, though. I also said in my side conversation, it depends on how they see it. Now, granted, like I told you, if Cody becomes champion, now Kenny Omega becoming champion is totally different. Kenny Omega is gonna always be seen as the best wrestler in the world. So that's different. If he's the number one wrestler in the promotion, that's different. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be Kenny Omega's call. That'll be Cody's call. He's like, look, this is the guy. If the fans want to see him, then he needs to be champion. But if Cody's a champion, if Hangman's a champion, if the Young Bucks are tag team champions, which I wouldn't be surprised, but you get what I'm saying? Like, if all these guys are champions and they're EVPs in the company, that's a problem.
Yes.
And that's exactly what I don't want. And that's what I don't want to see. Like, if this is one of the things I was saying. Cody, this is perfect for Cody. As far as the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, I'm not sure because with Cody, Cody's been to WWE. He's been at the highest form of WWE. He's been on Monday Night Raw. He's been at WrestleMania. So he's been there, like really been there to say, I don't think I want to do this. I don't think WWE's for me anymore. I think I can do this instead. He's been there to say that. Kenny Omega's only been in the developmental system, and yes, the gimmick was not working out the way it needed to. So he left and went to the Indies and tried something different. But Hangman hasn't been there. The Young Bucks job for them, but they haven't really been there as a tag team. You know. So
Yep.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, now because somebody was calling me, they're trying to give me this work stuff, but it's been there. Like, it's gonna still be that itch to come to WWE one time to try.
Yeah.
And the one thing, if you remember when that time when they were talking about what they were gonna do next, and they were that the WWE matches into they were sending the WWE matches into like the contracts into like a little storyline or whatever on being the elite.
Yeah.
And they said the term is never say never, but at this time, we're gonna look into our own endeavors or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna get that itch to come, But can you come? No, because you're investing in AEW for the long run.
Yeah, I get it.
So that's one of the things I was just like, I don't know. I mean, it's just how it's presented, But Vince, I think Vince needs this. Vince needs it though. He needs somebody to challenge him because it's either he's gonna sink or swim. And he's 73 years old. This ain't back when WCW made the NWO. So much totally different. These dudes produce all in, and it's sold out in a day. So you're like, this is a whole nother competition, bro. I mean, tell me what you think. Like, am I wrong for thinking this way?
No, you're not wrong.
So
I
we
feel
just
like
gotta
this
see
is what
it.
we need as a fan. This is what we need. Something different.
But this leads to the next question: is it different though? Because
We don't know yet.
we won't know till September, to July 20. Was it July 20? No, is it May 25th? Yeah, we won't know till May 25th. Is it different? Speaking of which, I want to do a review show on that, but we gotta get to that one because are they going to be allowed to put on? Like, is Kenny Omega going to be allowed to do the stuff he did? Yes, because he's an EVP, he has creative control, but they're not the ones, like in New Japan Pro, they weren't the ones who were performing. They want to actually try and make sure matches fit schedules, pay-per-view schedules, and all that stuff. Like if you notice, like I don't want to be the negative Nancy of the show right now. But you know that's the spot that aired at the end of All In or whatever, right? Was supposed to go on pay-per-view.
Yes.
And they barely got it. They barely got it done. Now, the only thing that gave them on that is the fact that the match that led over Okada versus was the reason that it was okay because that was an incredible match. It was okay for that to go over, but stuff that can't happen. So I'm just interested to see. It's gonna be good competition. Hopefully everything goes to where it needs to go. But like I said, we elite, and we just gotta pray that everything happens. But as far as the flip flop from WWE, you think all of them could sign?
Yeah.
But if you can get me off the top, who's one where you think was gonna pop up in AEW?
Sasha Banks.
That's a good one, but I can tell you.
But I think Ty Dillinger will be there.
Well, they haven't announced him yet. I think it's that 90. I don't know if he's in within those 90-day clauses or whatever. You know, that's what WWE do. But I wouldn't be surprised if Dean Ambrose show up for All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised neither.
Yeah, because I mean, that might be where he needs to go get. That might be because I think it's another subject. We kind of went over a little bit on time, but I feel like you think I got another 5 minutes in to adjust this one?
About what?
Dean Ambrose.
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
Nah, not right now.
Not right now? All right. Well,
we're going to go ahead and seem real.
Well, it'll be real after Sunday, but what we going to do, we're going to go ahead and close this thing on out, man. I feel like this is a good show, man. Keem.
Yeah.
I'm honored that you would come off the show with me, man. For real, because
got to, man.
I didn't think I would find anybody, and you came through clutch. Like, I understand for y'all listening. This is my college classmate, sat in the same classroom, seat by seat, working in the same group, doing in the same major. Didn't even know he liked wrestling like that. I knew he. One thing we had in common was we both Lakers fans, but we ain't gonna get started on the Lakers right now. That's another episode right there. I could talk 3 about the Lakers and trash right now, but we'll talk about it another day. But Keem, I appreciate you, man. You think you gonna stay on board for a long run?
Yeah, I can do that, man.
Do that. All right. So we're just gonna take it by ear. One day we're gonna start coming to you guys with video. We just gotta figure out how we're gonna work the situation out. I ain't gonna put up there, you know what I'm saying, with the government coming down here trying to find him. But we can just say we in two different places. So yeah. I'll just say that. Still dealing with can't say what I want to say. Gotta remember people listening. So but Keem, man, I appreciate you joining me on those who listen. I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all time. Keem, you want to say anything? Want to plug yourself real quick on the gram?
Hey, all I can say is you can follow me at on Instagram at K.K3_DOT and on Twitter at whoisk. And all I got to say is, man, we in the house.
And for those who already, this is gonna be on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. It's gonna be on SoundCloud. Big Will Knows Wrestling. Follow me on Twitter at Big Will Knows, because I know a lot. Just ask me, figure it out, and I'm gonna say peace.
Yeah.